Coming to the end of the road, the end of the line. Running in and out of excuses and out of time. Are you gonna wait? Hello and welcome to another episode of Grown Ass Citizens. This is episode 8. Doesn't have a title yet because I don't title them until I'm done taping them. First of all, the president just came on now. I told you earlier because this is in more than this was shot. Today's episode was shot in little increments. So earlier this morning, I told you that Yanokovich is over there telling on the West, telling on them. Yanokovich is online, and he just
first mass media have been reporting
said that he don't even understand why Putin has not responded already, knowing the character that he has and him knowing what's going on. Yanukovych said he's still the president as long as he has not been legally impeached. Now, would that be true here in the United States? Yes, it would be true here in the United States. Okay? So this man is saying that he was run out of the country and his family was threatened all the way down to his grandchildren. So they all trying to flee to safety. And he apologized to the people and said that he was sorry that he was not strong enough to fight the forces from the West, including the United States, which he did name. Now, I'm telling you all of this because when you see this on the news, they're not going to report any of that. They're just going to say he ran off to Russia.
We were not able to find a peaceful solution.
Not able to find a peaceful solution to some marauders being released at your borders. Now, the sad thing is they're not going to report that over here because then they would also have to go back and answer the question, if he's saying the West was intervening, and then we have a recorded telephone conversation with Victoria, what's her last name? Newland. Okay, I just know her as Victoria, the witch, the wicked witch from the West. She used to give all the reports at the State Department. Now they moved her up, and she's running around negotiating on Kerry's behalf. So she was on the phone talking about him like a dog and saying who can and cannot get into the government over there, who they do and who they do not want. And that was before Yanukovych left the country. They were already over there plotting and scheming, which is exactly what he said. So if they put that on the news here in, the United States, if they put all of that together, that's another one of those 2 + 2 = 4. Yeah. So anyway, he gets on today. Bama, gets on today, and he gives about a 2-minute press conference because there's nothing that he can say. But we was over there messing around, and it backfired because now Putin got his troops on the borders. Yeah, duh. And Putin don't give a damn about blowing up the United States. They don't really care. Now, they have a little bit of sense. And that's the only reason it hasn't happened yet, because the United States is always going around provoking everybody. But this one is not going to go like Syria did and like Libya did. Yeah, because Kiev is 531 miles from Moscow. Now, do you think Putin is going to let the United States get in there or the EU get in there and put some troops? Because that's what they want to do. They want to get in there and put some troops because Putin is one of the last frontiers of political leaders that will actually stand up to the United States. Somebody's got to stand up. Somebody has got to stand up to the government of the United States all around the world and tell them no. They already over there meddling in Venezuela. That's the next spot. Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, Congo, Central Africa. They're all over the place, killing up all of the people that don't agree with this world domination project that I told you about. I think I've mentioned it at some point. And if you don't know about it, you gotta know about the New World Order because they didn't put it on the news. They said it. George Bush said it. We getting ready to work on a New World Order. Obama said we getting ready to put together it's gonna be a New World Order. So you should know about it by now. That's not a conspiracy theory. That is what they said. So, grown-ass citizens, you gotta stand up. Think for yourself and live free. Now, you can believe Obama. You can believe whatever they put on the nightly news. Breaking news. Putin is getting ready to start World War III, but they're not going to tell you that we actually instigated it. Okay? We're the reason that Kiev is in chaos today. We are the reason. And then Yanokovich also busted them on this one. Said, oh yeah, they sent over some EU representatives when we signed the treaty agreement to collaborate with the opposition. And as soon as he released those prisoners and did his side of the bargain, whoop, he said the same day they swooped in and took over their state building. So this man been running for his life. Now they say he fled the country. He said he was running for his life. They was ambushing him everywhere he was going because they knew what his schedule was going to be because he was going to a conference and another location, and they knew about it. He also said that the house that they confiscated, I'm talking about Yanokovich, I'm just telling you what he said because you're not going to hear it probably anywhere else. He said, yeah, and that house that they seized, that does not belong to the government. He said, that's my house. I bought it with my own hard-earned money. So they seized this man's property and then seized his private money in his Swiss account. Now, who has the power to do that except the United Nations, the EU, and the United States to go in and freeze somebody's assets? We already know who does that kind of stuff. All right, so that's the end of that. Now, I want to talk about the Zohydro. That's a new drug they got coming out. It comes out in about a month. The Food and Drug Administration approved it a couple of days ago. Zohydro. If your doctor tries to give it to you, don't take it. It's supposed to be 10 times stronger than Oxycontin. Says that one pill can kill a child. So you wouldn't even want to have that in your house in case somebody accidentally took it. You've been and killed them. Zohydro. Say no. Just say no. All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about today? Oh, yeah. This is another one. I saw an article. I don't even think I still have it up on my computer now. But I saw an article yesterday talking about in England how barebacking is on the upswing, on the uprise, and HIV/AIDS infection amongst gay men is back on the rise. Why? Because they want to bareback, and something like 70% of the young men interviewed in this survey said that they actively pursue unprotected sex experiences with strangers. Now, am I saying that's what all gay people do? No, I'm just saying if you're in England, you might want to watch where you put your pole. That's what I'm saying, because there's some nutty folks walking around. Plus, and some of the men did confess that they actually seek out people that are potentially infected with HIV. And I'm not saying that that's all gay people, because I don't want gay people to give me no slack. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I'm just telling you what the article said. That's up on the rise. So if anything, you would want to be protecting yourself and trying to keep your little wee-wee to yourself. Actually, gay or straight, you need to keep your wee-wee in your pants and stop flaunting it around. I'm sick of everybody. Yeah, and you know what? Let's talk about that because I've been meaning to talk about Speaking of developmentally disabled, let's just say this person is not developmentally disabled, but they're behaving like a retard. And that would be Mr. Michael Sam. Yeah, the gay football player. Now, why do I say he's behaving like a retard? Because he came on into the press a couple days ago. Some of my stories are a couple days late. I'm sorry, because I've been evolving. But his statement was, I want everybody to see me as a football player, not as a gay football player. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This guy's got to be a retard. Okay? That would be like me saying, I don't want you to see me as a conspiracy person. I want you to see me as a person. No, yeah. I don't want you to see me as a conspiracy theorist. I want you to see me as a theorist. I don't give a damn what you see me as. And that's my point about the retard. He shouldn't give a damn what you see him as either. Because if he actually cared about that, why would he come out? And then you know what? Yesterday I saw an article about him. It said in the test and trials of the tryouts that he's in, he comes in at about medium. He's not even a big time heavy hitter. So who cares about you being gay or playing football? Moving on to the next thing. Okay, you and your sexuality. Nobody cares about what you do in the privacy of your own home with whomsoever you do it or whatsoever you do it with. Don't nobody care. Nobody cares. So let's stop talking about your sexuality in public forums. That's why I say what I said about Michael Sam. Don't nobody give a damn about Michael Sam being gay. Stop talking about it and we'll stop talking about it. Stop trying to teach it everywhere you go. You're trying to make everybody swallow it. Stop doing that. It's not right. I don't want to talk about your sexuality. I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know who you do. That's something I only share with my very best friends. We talking, girl talk or whatever. The fellas get together and y'all have y'all little fella talk. But beyond that, ain't nobody supposed to be getting on TV talking about what they want to do with somebody or what they do with somebody. Because, see, you can't say, well, if I'm gay, I didn't describe the activity. We know the activity. You ain't got to describe it. We don't want to know. That's the point. Every time you bring it up in the press, we got to think about it again. The poor little children, leave them alone. Leave them alone. They shouldn't be thinking about sex at all. That's what I used to tell my children. Well, why are we talking about sex? And you 7 and 8. That ain't even a conversation we supposed to be having. That's something grown people do. And if you keep telling them that's something grown people do, guess what? They'll follow that. Well, they won't now because it's all over the news and all in TV and sex is everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And if it was such a place as hell, we'd be going to it in a handbasket. Yes, sir. So anyway, that is my update for today. Watch what you put in your mouth. And this is Michelle Crenshaw signing off. www.GrownAssCitizens.com. We are on YouTube. The channel is Grown Ass Citizens, all one word. You can look it up that way. And you can email us anytime at info@GrownAssCitizens.com. Look forward to your comments. Encourage you to subscribe. And hey, have a nice day. Peace and blessings.